Have you ever come across a situation where you are extremely angry on the other person and you want them to accept their mistake, but on the other hand you know that they are not going to accept their mistake and so you want to control your anger? Well, if this situation has happened to you ever, then this video is for you, because in today's video I'm going to suggest you 5 points that will help you in controlling your anger when the other person just does not accept their mistake. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. I hope you all are healthy and safe. My name is Maitri Shah. I'm a content writer, content creator and a coach in training and an NLP practitioner in training. I help people with aligning their life goals and building a healthy and a love-filled relationship, and then also creating a focused and a stable mindset. Now today's video is once again one of your suggested topic, and the topic is how to control your anger when the other person does not accept their mistakes. Well, the situation itself seems so frustrating, right? You might feel like, why don't you just accept your mistake? Come on, just say it. But then they are not going to say it ever. And in those situations, you might feel like, what's the point of even venting out my anger when they are not going to accept? But the question is, how do I accept that they are not going to understand, and how do I make myself understand that I should not get angry? Well, in today's video, I'm going to suggest you 5 points that can help you control your anger. And before we move to that, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. And if you like my content, then please make sure to like, comment and share. Well, I feel the entire situation is a mind game. So very first suggestion is that you have to understand that they are different and that you are different. I know you might think that, Maitri, it's so easy to say, but when you are actually in that situation, you just want to bang your head or maybe bang their head and make them understand that it's not right. But well, despite of even getting angry at them, despite of saying 10 times, they are not going to accept their mistake, because their thought process is different. The way they process things is different. Their mindset is different. So in those situations, when you meet someone who is extremely stubborn, who is not ready to accept that they are at fault, what you can do is, in order to calm your mind, you have to understand that they are completely different than what I am. Their perspective of life is different. Their thought process is different. This thing is actually a long-term thing. It is not going to happen immediately. In that spur of moment, you are not going to immediately think that, okay, I should accept that they are different. No, it's not going to happen immediately. But if you keep on thinking like this, then over the time, your thought about them, especially in the cases where some mistakes happen, where there are some disputes and where they are not ready to accept the change, in those situations, your mind will kick back to that thought that, you know what, understand that they are different. As soon as you start accepting this thought process, your mind will start letting go all that anger and all that frustration. It is a constant and a long process, but it is going to be helpful. Every individual has their own way of living. Every individual has their own way of accepting mistakes, of letting go mistakes. But when the other person is not accepting their mistake, you are not going to ruin your day. You are not going to let your mind be in that pressure or let your mind reach at the peak level, and then your life will be disturbed. They are not going to get affected, but it's you who is going to get affected. My second suggestion is rather a question that you have to ask yourself. Ask yourself, what's the point? What's the point of me getting angry when they are not going to accept? What's the point of me disturbing my mental peace when they are not going to accept their mistake? What's the point by showing all that concern and trying to change that person? What's the point of changing someone who already has a preconceived notion about their life, about their thoughts? What's the point of getting angry when after getting angry, first of all, they are not going to accept their mistake, and secondly, daily life is going to get disturbed and the relationship with them is going to get disturbed? When you keep on asking such questions to yourself, you will start letting go all that anger. But at that moment, you have to remind yourself that, let me have a quick talk with myself. Let me have an inner discussion. If you can nail this second point, I assure you, down the lane, whenever such situation will arise, you will not be furious at all, meaning you will not get angry. Instead, you will just quickly have an inner conversation with yourself, and then you will let go of the situation. My third suggestion is again a mind game. When that particular situation arises, stop connecting all the dots of past and stop connecting all the thoughts of future with that person. Literally stop it. At times it happens that when we have an argument with someone, and especially when they are not ready to accept their mistake, our mind quickly rewinds all the situations of the past where similar thing had happened. If you keep on going in the past, then what is going to happen, that your anger in the present is going to keep on increasing, because then you'll have a series of events that will accumulate all the anger and you'll be more and more angry. And what happens when you keep on thinking about future is that all those past experiences and whatever has happened in the present, you will take that along with you in the future. No matter even if the person accepts the mistake or doesn't accept the mistake, it's not about them, it's about you. You don't want to take the experiences of past into present, nor do you want to take the experiences of past and present into future. Remind yourself that the more I keep on dwelling in past and in the future, I'm losing the core idea of living in the present. And whoever that person is, say for example, if that person is close to you and you really want them to accept their mistake, but then they are not going to, and if you start connecting the dots of past and if you start thinking about future with them, then literally you will not be sure about them, or you will always have a doubt in your mind that what if again something happens, and what if the person does not accept their mistake. So you don't want to, create a mess for yourself. It's not at all about them. Whatever I'm suggesting today is about only and only you, what you want to achieve out of the situation. Since the topic has been about controlling anger, so we assume that you want to control your anger. So everything that you have to do has to be yourself. Keep that person aside. And remember this third point, that stop going into the past and stop running into the future. Rather be present in the moment. My fourth suggestion is a bit tricky for you, I assume, because you might not be in that moment to do so. But if you can do it, you will be able to create a harmonious relationship with them. So my fourth suggestion is that in that moment, and I would say try to visualize happy moments of past with them, or happy moments that you want to create in the future with them. Say if that person is not very close but still is connected with you in some way, then try to connect the happy dots of past with them. The more you visualize all those happy moments, all those good moments with them, the anger of the present will substantially decrease. This will make you realize that no matter what has happened right now, at once I had a very good relationship with this person. And that relationship can still be continued. All I have to do is just accept that they are different, and just have to accept that no matter what, I want to continue a relationship with them. Doesn't matter if they accept mistake or not. You can't really get into their head and change and make them say by pulling their tongue that you made a mistake. You can't do it. That is not possible practically. So rather, what's possible for you is to create a nice beautiful visualization. Close your eyes, think about a good happy moment with them in the past that made you really happy, that made them happy, and just visualize. You will certainly get a smile on your face if you will actually visualize properly, and that smile will help you control your anger. All you have to do is let your happy hormones come back to you and let all your anger and frustration be aside. My fifth suggestion is pretty simple. In that moment, instead of forcing them to accept their mistake, try avoiding all the discussion with them. Understand that this is not the right moment to discuss anything with them. You might be angry, they might be angry, you might be angry, they might be feeling that you are doubting them, or things might be pretty messed up at that moment. And so you don't want to mess it more by trying to force them, by trying to put all your thoughts on them. Instead, to be at peace with yourself, with your mind, you have to understand that this is just not the right moment to discuss anything about it. We'll see to it in the future, we'll see to it tomorrow when both of you are in a settled mood. If you understand this, then half of your anger will decrease, because when you don't speak a lot, like when you don't get angry, when you don't spill all those words out of your mouth, when you try to control that, the anger keeps on decreasing. It doesn't happen immediately, because you might be very furious. You might be like, I want to say this, I want to say that, I want them to accept their mistake. But then if you try to control all those words and you try to gulp them down, then anger will definitely decrease. It's just about giving time and patience to that moment. If you let some hours pass by, naturally your emotions and your hurt or your anger will decrease. This is all about mind game, emotion game, and keeping an eye and keeping an watch on yourself rather than on them. So these were my 5 simple self-analysis points that can help you in decreasing your anger. And specifically it is needed because you want to have mental peace with yourself. You want to be in good health mentally, emotionally and physically. So I hope that these points prove to be useful for you, and I really hope that you try to practice it. Make a note of these 5 simple points, write it down and keep it in your gratitude diary, or keep it in your emotional check diary. Write it down, because whenever you will be angry, your mind will at one point of time remind you that, you know what, you should just go back and check that diary and see and read all those points. If you can do this, it will really help your subconscious mind to picture those thoughts and to be in charge of your mind. So I hope that you liked these 5 suggestions, and I hope that you will try to practice it as much as you can. If you liked this topic, if you like the points, then please make sure that you like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other topics in your mind, then please make sure that you comment below. I'll be more than happy to create content for you guys. Once again, if you like the video, then please make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe and control your anger. It is good for you.